What's going on? What's going on? What's good, y'all? This is Lew Broley, and this is the Lew Broley After Dark Show. Now, for y'all that don't know, I haven't done an actual show in about a year. And I'm glad to be back on, y'all. And guess what? I'm glad to have my partner, one of my bestest of friends, one of the coldest DJs and podcasters out of the 916, my friend, DJ Lyon here. What's going on, pimp?
What's up, man? What's up, you guys?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's glad to be, back with the season two. After
hmm
all this time, it's been a minute. The first season went kind of well, and we just
Yeah.
trying to, I'm trying to create that same magic for the Lew Broley After Dark Show season two. So, what's been going on with you, buddy?
Uh, Nothing much. Uh, still working on getting DJ gigs. Podcasting, things of that nature. More podcasting than DJing these days, unfortunately. Yeah, the DJ game is for me it's kind of stagnant. Um, but I know it'll pick up once I get things straightened out.
Right. So for the people that might want to know, when was the last time you actually had a DJ gig, and how was that experience?
That will probably be about 3 weeks ago, or 3.5 weeks ago. It was last month, definitely. Um, it was a DJ gig in near Russian River, which is by
Napa Valley,
Napa,
right?
California. Yeah, Napa Valley,
Wine
Napa
country.
Valley. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, People were very nice. It was an Indian family that was very nice. Um, of course, my job was to play some uh, Bollywood, upbeat Bollywood music, while also playing some old school and some hip hop at the same time. That was the uh, that was the choice of music they were requesting. Now, the good news about it is I managed to mix all genres at the right time to the point where they loved it, paid me extra.
Now, coming off of having DJ gigs like every other week or every other few weeks,
hmm
like was this like were you kind of nervous getting back into it?
In the beginning, I was more nervous that uh, did I bring everything? And I did, but I brought something that had a wire that was faulty, but I thought it would be just perfectly fine. I didn't think about bringing a second wire, which was a charger for the laptop. I only brought one 'cause I only thought, why would I need two? I just only need one. But um, as a DJ, you learn you're going to need doubles of things quite a few times in time.
Right.
Um, and I didn't. I just went with a single. Didn't realize that laptop. The good news is the laptop was fully charged, but that charger was had a short in it.
So,
Took a long.
now since before the DJing kind of took a decline for you, like how many gigs were you getting? Like, were they like back to back gigs back then, or like like how was it
I would say
before it was the decline in work?
I would say at least 3 gigs a month.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, at least 3 gigs alone. And these are gigs that were paying 3, 5, 8, um, and not to mention the ones where you get when you get the weddings, and when you get the
Right.
weddings back to back, I had those. I had like 3 weddings back to back, and my wedding fee starts at 500, and I had 3 in a row. So that was a good time. That was a good time. But I mean, I still can get that time back. It's not a problem.
Right.
I still know how to do the work. It's just um, getting myself more out there in a more smarter way.
Right. 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 Now, I gotta get into the podcasting.
Hmm.
Now, um, you actually have 3 podcast shows, right? Or is it 4?
No, I have mine, which is the Support Your Boy podcast. I am the producer of Laughing at Your Life podcast. And then lastly, I'm also a co-host on a new podcast called Trading Places Podcast.
Okay, yeah, so it's 3. I thought it was 4 somewhere in there.
No, no,
Um,
there was a fourth, but I had to tear down the idea.
right. So with the Support Your Boy podcast show, how has that been going for you?
Good. Um, it's been going pretty good, pretty smooth. Um, I'm dealing with some inconsistency because I haven't really learned how to manage the time. Not only all those podcasts, but work, kids, and things of that nature. So, and,
Right,
just I have a little bit of a scheduling issue there because I'm doing so much. But
right,
um, from the beginning, I was every week. Now I'm like I'm still every week, but I'm one every other week, which I don't like because I made a commitment to myself that I will put something out every week.
right.
So
And I mean, I
yeah.
know how it is. Sometimes you get your mind set on something and you're trying to multitask with a lot of stuff. And
Hmm.
sometimes you just can't follow your own program. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you have a
So,
plan, but sometimes you can't stick to it.
right. So, can you share with the people like what kind of the guests that you've had on your show thus far?
Um, Mostly local artists in the Sacramento area. That's the majority of it, but I've had musical guests, rappers, singers, strictly songwriters. Um, I don't just deal with just music. Anybody who makes content and trying to grow. Um, this is the show that's the kind of conversation I want to have with somebody who has some content and they're really trying to make it grow. So, like for example, a guy has a business selling T-shirts. He's going to be doing something. He's already. Sorry. He's already got his business, and he was on the podcast. Um, there's this. Here's something interesting. There's this guy called Ben's Stop. Right. He's out of Sacramento, and I don't know. I think he does it for religious reasons. I have to find out, but he just goes around town in Sacramento and asking people, do they need a ride somewhere? He always goes to the bus stop. He doesn't know I'm not a crazy person. I have like this vlog show. You can check it on YouTube. If you think I'm trying to do something funny, you can see my channel where all he does is gives people rides or wherever they were trying to go to.
Now, this person was a guest on your show.
That's what I plan to have next.
Okay, but what I was asking was, is could you name a few guests that have been on your show so the people can
Oh,
know, you know what I'm saying? Like if they want to look you up, if they want to go to your YouTube channel, they have an idea of who you've had on
okay.
your show.
Okay. So one of the most significant and the most popular guests I've had was Street Beef Fighter Death Sentence. I had him on my show over 3 times, and we're still trying to get a fourth one in. Um, he definitely has a pretty cool fan base. And here's the funny thing: I actually went on YouTube and saw that someone was doing like a documentary about him, and they used my footage from our interview, had my face and everything in it. I'm like, at least put my name down there, but
But I
you
mean
know,
that's dope. But you should. I mean, it would be dope for you to get some kind of compensation
recognition
for
for it.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be dope. Now, what other guests have you had?
Um, I had one of my favorite rappers is Brother Lynch Hung. Um, well, he has a nephew who still does hip hop music today in the same kind of manner, meaning horrorcore rap. He still does. He kind of carrying the torch. So Little Six, which is a nephew of Brother Lynch Hung, he was very interesting, and to get him was cool. I can get a kind of a background about his, why he's keeping it going, and how's the kind of family doing. He don't mind talking to me about it, and not only that, his music is good too. So
Right.
he was very interesting because if you know who Brother Lynch Hung is, and you want to know who his nephew is, his name is Six. He even done songs with Brother Lynch Hung. So anybody want to go check him out, you can go ahead and do that. So yeah, that's pretty well known, especially in Sacramento or Northern California. They would definitely know who Little Six is. Maybe not Southern, but yeah. Off the top of my head, I can't think about any other guests that I may have had. I had this amazing guy from uh he was a guest on the show. He actually is a podcaster, and I'm actually talking to him now. It was Lew Broley, of course, of Lew Broley After Dark. I had him on the podcast. Anybody want to go ahead and check out the interview of how Lew Broley came up, especially in his music game or podcasting, you can go on to Support Your Boy podcast on YouTube, or you can just watch it, listen to it on Spotify. But yeah, you can actually check out all the episodes on YouTube. Those are some of the entertaining people that I do know of.
Right. I appreciate that. I appreciate the drop though. That was dope. But tonight ain't about me. It's about
Hmm.
DJ Lionhead and his accomplishments and his knowledge of the entertainment industry and the podcast game and getting wisdom and knowledge from the Lionhead himself. I appreciate that though. But it's about you tonight, pimp.
Okay. So, what would you like to know about
So
whether it's the DJ game or whatever?
so as far as mixing the two together, right?
Hmm.
Which one like do you find it difficult to merge the two, or are you comfortable? Are you more comfortable and more skilled in one than the other? Or like how do you divide that? How do you divide that time? Like how do you do that? Like I couldn't be like a DJ and do podcasting and it would just be it would I mean, not saying I can't multitask y'all, but I'm just saying like is it a strenuous situation for you at times?
Um, I would say it's more strenuous for the DJing than it is for podcasting, because when in the game of podcasting, you get better every day. It's like a marathon when it comes to podcasting. I mean, same thing kind of in DJing, but when DJing, if you have like the basis of what your fan base is, which I have an idea what the basis of the people I work with, what they want and what they need. Now I can go out of my realm and challenge myself and possibly fall on my face. I might need to do that a couple times when it comes to DJing. But um, the, if the question was which one is more difficult, I would say definitely DJing, and podcasting is just a long haul of learning.
And not to mention, I mean, I gotta bring this hat into this conversation because
Okay.
father, husband, DJ. Um, you're also an independent artist as well.
Mhm.
Um, and you are a promoter.
Yeah, local
That
show
that
promoter from
for you to have all of these different hats
Mhm.
and have all these different entities going on in your life, right?
Mhm.
Where do you find your peace time? Like, where do you find peace in all this chaos that you be having with running um, all of these different things? Like, what do you do to wind down? Like, what is DJ Lion's head's go to just woosah?
The answer to that is weed and comedy.
Okay, W and C. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, what inspired you to actually become a DJ?
Um,
Like,
in
what
the
was your
beginning,
inspiration? Like, who did you blue? What, like, who did you model off of to develop this sense of podcasting? And it's the same question for DJing. So it's two questions and it's a twofer.
okay. So for the DJing, if I'm gonna keep it real, keep it as honest as I can be, I only DJed out of necessity in the beginning. Meaning that I was a like you mentioned, I'm a show promoter, a local show promoter. Um, I was that before I was a DJ. So as my shows got bigger and better in time, the DJ started to notice, he's going to venues that are bigger and better. So now he wants more and more money. And he's starting to see more people come in the building, so he wants more money. And I could afford it for a certain length of time, but after a while, he started to get he was making more of the money, and we were getting the pocket change. So, anyways, um, so out of necessity, I kind of just filmed his equipment and then went to eBay and bought my own version. Whether if it was not top of the line like his, it was like a step down from his, and I just put in the work to go to learn. First of all, learn how to blend songs together. Um, because I work in other forms of music, I learned definitely know how to count bars and in the BPMs. So once I learned how to use the BPMs in DJing, uh, everything else was really good except scratching. And they're like, "Oh man, you be scratching like hella dope, right?" No, I am not a scratching DJ. That is not me. But so that answers as far as but yeah, there was no inspiration for being a DJ. It was out of necessity. And then out of necessity I started to really like what I was doing. That's all that it was for DJing. So
Okay,
nobody
so
inspired
no
me.
no Pacific, like you wasn't looking up to like a DJ Shamrock or DJ or DJ Envy or like a DJ Jazzy Jeff. It wasn't like damn, that person's doing it and I'm loving what he's doing. I'm gonna try that. Like that wasn't it right there, right?
At all. I mean, most of the DJs that I actually like are great at scratching. Dr. Dre, Qbert. These are DJs who are
Right.
really good DJs, but they're like excellent scratchers. So, um, yeah, that wasn't me. I wasn't no scratching DJ. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I
So
still like those DJs. But
so with the podcast game, like what inspired you to do that? Was that just an out of necessity too, or were you watching podcast shows on, certain platforms and was like, damn, I'm kind of feeling what they doing. Let me try my hand at it.
kind of, yeah. I was started with Bill Burr's Morning Monday podcast, which is audio. I always liked what he was doing. I thought what he was doing is hilarious. I wish I can do something like that, But first of all, I got to be that funny, and my stories got to be as crazy as his. So uh, that was out of whack. But um, but that after that, only thought podcasts were audio until I saw some stuff on YouTube, and I think um, it started with uh, Brilliant Idiots and Flagrant 2. These are with Andrew Schultz podcast. That's when I started to catch them on as far as on YouTube, and I thought those shows were real good, and I saw them progress through the whole time. And then right around the pandemic, I caught on to. I wonder if there was any black podcasts. I just typed in see what happens, and the 85 South show came up. I started watching that during the pandemic, and
Right.
man, from them is when I knew, I was like, hey, the amount of freedom to say what you want and seeing if other people feel the same way, you know what I mean? It's kind of dope. Or if they don't, and not only that, hear their stories that's different from yours. So
Right. 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 Right.
especially stories you hear every day. You hear your friend's story. Yeah, my girl was yelling again. I'd rather hear something crazy on the podcast or something like that and hear this fool talking about that shit over and over again. Anyway,
Right.
um, yeah. So when it came to podcast, 85 South Show are the ones who motivated me to want to give it a shot, and then um, I started seeing other podcasts that were more towards music, and I thought they were dope. Um, then I started, then I had to realize um, what am I more interested in as far as doing a podcast, because I would hate because I started a podcast where I had a certain idea and it wasn't very uh, it wasn't new. You know what I mean? What I was doing was being duplicated a lot. I seen a lot of podcasts
Right.
doing
Right.
what I
Right.
had. But um, this podcast, Support Your Boy podcast, was more aligned to how I am because um, in my city, which is Sacramento, where I call it my city now. It ain't, it's my home now. So you know what I'm saying? In my home city right here in Sacramento, uh, I was doing music, and when I started doing music, people showed respect. So it's only right I feel to do the same thing back. And then I noticed also is some people say that there's no money in helping somebody, but there actually is. I'm saying there is money in it. So to me, it was supporting somebody or giving somebody an opportunity kind of felt good to me. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So when I started doing, of course, and I have to also think about my family taking this time out to do a show or book something and bring people on. And of course, I looked at it like there's money in it, but I also looked at it more as this is what I like to do. So how
Right.
that
Right. Right.
correlates with podcasting is basically that uh, I support these artists and giving them the low prices to get on shows, and they show the love back when it comes to um, if they have a show and there's an opening, they give it back to me. And when I drop my music, they show love and liking my shit
Right.
back.
Right. 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 Right.
So this is just another version, podcasting, where I can get them an interview. I don't charge anybody to interview. There's people doing that these days. They're charging artists to be interviewed. And I know some people who do it, and that's okay if they do that. That's them, but I don't do that. I'm really actually going after them because, like, if I interviewed, I really wanted to know. Because
Right.
I see you trying to do something. Now, if you got your Instagram and your TikTok is only got uh one video and that was in 2021 and you ain't and none of your accounts is active, I'm not talking to that person.
Right.
I
I
want to
get
talk
it.
to somebody who's, you know.
My next couple of questions, because I actually wanted to. This is the kickoff. Season 2 of the Lew Broley After Dark show, and I wanted to kind of do just a short interview for for the kickoff, right? So
Okay.
this is what I'm gonna ask you next is, I've
Mhm.
been noticing on TikTok there are a lot of DJs doing their thing on TikTok. Um, Now you've been live a few times, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, do you feel that that can be a new direction for you as a DJ, to take it strictly live until you get back up on your DJ grind? Do you think that can be like a substitute for right now? Or have you thought about it?
I've thought about it, but and it can be, but the ones who are really making money is they're not sitting at 2,000, 5,000 followers. They're sitting at 60, 200, half a million followers, and they're getting real gifts. And these guys having 200 people inside their videos. I've made money from DJing on TikTok, but not enough money to buy a Snickers.
Right, right.
You know
I
what I'm
get, I
saying?
get what you're saying about that. But my basically my what I'm looking for is, do you think you can take DJ Lionhead to social media
Mhm.
part time? I mean, I understand there's people that got a million and all these thousands of something followers, right? That Are you
Mhm.
saying that's kind of like a discouragement for you? Is why you're not taking it to social media and doing it live? Is that what you're saying to the people? Because you don't
No,
have a lot of
I
following. You don't have so. Are you saying because you don't have a following, a big following right now, it's not something that you would consider putting effort into?
I definitely want to put effort into it. But here's the thing. I do believe that it does help when you have a lot of actual followers on your account. But that takes time, and that time means putting work into the DJing every day. By doing it every day, you can build, a bunch of following. Most people I've seen who actually grew, shout out to my homie Publican, that fool was going live every day, and now
DJing?
he's
You talking about DJing,
no,
right? Okay, yeah, we
no, when
talking about we
I'm
we
just
t-
yeah, I'm talking about growth. I'm talking about
okay,
the growth
okay, I got
of
you, I
being
got
on.
you, I got you, I got you.
But yeah, he grew from having nothing, and as soon as he got a chance to go live, he started and he didn't stop. He still goes live today. But
Right,
my point is that he took that opportunity and he ran with it. And now his numbers is crazy.
right, right, right,
So before,
right,
if I had the same drive to go live every day, I would probably have great numbers right now and be able to do what they do. So I guess why a reason why I'm not doing that is, like I mentioned before in the beginning, time management. That's
right,
basically me taking on something else to be committed to.
right. Okay, so last question of the night, and it's really not a question, but I would like for you to give some advice to the audience out there that want to get into the DJ game, want to get into the podcasting game. Like, is there any advice that you can give, that you would give somebody that's sitting at home
Hmm.
thinking about wanting to do this and take this on as a profession? Like, what advice would you give them?
When it comes to DJing, uh, my homie DJ Chili Chill said this, and I agree with him a lot. If you are DJing because you have the love, you love for the skill, and and you just want to be as good as your favorite DJ, that's great. If you're looking to DJ to be able to, because you like what you do and it's fun, but also you want to make money too, then I would definitely suggest uh, make sure what kind of DJ you want to be. Uh, if you want to live and die of your sword and be one of those battle DJs, you can do it. You can do it. I would suggest know which one you want to be. Do you want to be a battle DJ or do you want to be that more of that multi DJ where you can do everything, but you're trying to get paid too? So know which kind of DJ you want to be because even battle DJs get paid.
Right,
So for real. So you know what I
right.
mean? Don't leave that out. But but yeah, so find out what kind of DJ you want to be and then, keep riding with it. You can definitely do that. When it comes to podcasting, uh what I've learned is this is the only thing I can see that it truly you truly it's a more consistent you are, the better you're gonna be at it. I can tell. Because when the more consistent you are, you're going to run into more challenges because things are going to try to stop you from being consistent. So uh, if you can break that inconsistency, um, you're going to make it as far as in podcasting. A number two thing is you got to be able to not be afraid to say things you don't want to about yourself, like that don't make you look like the best in the world.
Right, right, right,
You know what I mean?
right.
You first understand that once you understand that you're not perfect and that everybody else isn't perfect and don't mind talking about it, you halfway there.
Well, you heard it
You
here,
halfway there.
folks, on the Lew Broley After Dark show from the man himself, DJ Lionhead,
Mhm.
DJ, podcaster, producer, artist, and the list goes on and on. This man got so many hats, man. He can run a hat boutique. You understand? But yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Ain't no
Um,
problem, man.
you've been a wonderful friend to me, man. Hey, look, don't
Mhm.
take it. Don't let it go to your head. But you inspired me to do this podcast shit. You
That's
inspired me.
weird.
You inspired me to want to create the Lew Broley After Dark show. You inspired me to want to get on here and really do the damn thing. And thanks for beating me upside the head, asking me to bring this shit back.
Hell yeah,
You
it
know what
needed
I'm
to be
saying?
done.
Hey,
It
look,
needed to be done.
hey, on the first season, I went crazy on the first season. Um,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we. I'm gonna just say that I put in a lot of effort when I started the podcast show, and the 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 time that I put into it was amazing to be able to have the guests that I had on the show. Um,
Mhm.
and I wish that brother, nothing but the best, regardless to how I feel about that brother. I
Mhm.
was glad that he came on my show and gave me a shot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, yeah, you inspired the Lew Broley After Dark show to go podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I had a different idea for it. I was gonna take it to the street. When I had my other spot, when I had my spot over there, in the hood, man, I
Mhm.
was gonna take it to the alleyway with the couches and all of that. But I'm glad. I'm glad that I took it this way. I'm glad I took it this route. And if it wasn't for you, I mean, there wouldn't be no Lew Broley After Dark podcast show. If
Appreciate
it,
that.
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have, had the opportunity to show my talents on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you kind of like the sensei to me, pimping. Hey, don't get no tissue and get to crying on the show or nothing. But I got love for you, man. I love you to death, man. Hey, look, thank you for coming back to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
man.
was this was a great way to kick off season 2. Um,
Mhm.
Hey, if I get more guests on the show or not, I'm gonna keep bringing episodes. So make sure y'all go to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Lou
Subscribe.
Broley TV. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
to the Lou Broley TV channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Spotify, but I'm not on Spotify. The Lew Broley After Dark show is on Spotify, but I don't have a distribution home for him right now. So it is what it is. But we taking it straight to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm not clowning the Spotify's or none of that. But
Yeah.
hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it strictly for the tube, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Thank
Mhm.
y'all for tuning in. I want to thank my guests, you know what I'm saying, and my partner, man, my best friend, you know what I'm saying, for showing up and showing out and giving up that good game. Um, Make sure y'all definitely look out for the Trading Places podcast show, which is out on
Hell yeah.
all digital platforms. You know, that's me and my guy right here. You know what I'm saying? DJ
Mhm.
Lionhead. That's our show. You know, make
Yep,
sure
yep.
y'all definitely check out the Support Your Boy podcast show on all platforms. And
Please
check
do.
out, don't forget to check out these two talented, lovely ladies at the Laughing at Your Life podcast show, which my boy is the producer of that show. So man, listen, peace and happiness to y'all. Stay blessed, never stressed, and I see you when I see y'all. Peace.
Peace.